Well, hello everyone. It is Wednesday and we're going to do kind of an atypical Wednesday walkabout. It is absolutely beautiful outside right now. I've been inside playing with my topiary, but let's go outside because while it is very warm right now, it's probably in the upper 50s. It's lovely. It is, well, the temperatures are going to fall through the floor. We have that Arctic front that is going to be moving through. We are forecast to have like -1, -3 over the weekend. Hopefully it will be accompanied by considerable amounts of snow. Right now they're saying anywhere from like 6 to 18 inches. If we get 3 or 4 inches, I'll be thrilled, because it would be moisture for one thing, but it would also be a great insulator for all of the things that are in the ground, and I'm very, very concerned about that. So let's discuss today a little bit of what we can do to kind of mitigate any damage, any kind of prep work we need to take into consideration before the front comes through. And then a little bit later, I am hoping, I'm not promising, I am just hoping that Kayla from her office is going to hop on, and she is also going to be making some suggestions on things that we need to do for our gardens and our irrigation systems, etc., to kind of ensure that we don't have any damage to our plants and our homes. So I'll hop back on in a minute and tell you some of the things that I'm doing right now. Well, I have unhooked both of my hoses, but first, before I did that, I gave all of my container plantings a really good watering. And I'm sure some of these things, the annuals, maybe even some of the shrubs, will succumb to the really cold temperatures, but I'm going to hopefully do whatever I can to prevent that occurrence. So all of my topiaries, all of my big pots, you can see my shadow there to see just how intense the sun is right now. My window box, pretty much everything. My urns with the pansies and violas, all of those I gave a really good drench today, both in the front and in the back. And something else that I did was that yesterday, before I turned off my sprinkler system, I ran it through all of its zones. So you can see that the ground looks rather moist. It looks like it's hydrated. It has some moisture in the soil, and hopefully that will also help prevent any kind of freeze damage, especially for those things that are erupting prematurely. Now, I am not in any way really concerned about the tulip bulbs that are in the ground. I do still have some potted tulips that are in the back, and I've got some strong backs coming tomorrow that are going to help me move those into the garage. Something else we did, I've told you many times that this area at the bottom of my steps is where all of my leaves collect. All the leaves actually on the street collect right here. They blow into this indentation of sorts in between my two railings and at the bottom of the steps. And if we get ice and we get snow, it's going to render this area that much more treacherous. If there's also lots of leaves there that will camouflage where the steps are and what is foot sure and what is not. So we've cleaned up all of these leaves, and we have also cleaned them all up off of the turf, because if we do get lots of snow, this is some annual ryegrass, and I don't want it to suffocate, and I want it to absorb as much of that moisture as it possibly can from the snowfall, because it's been a very, very dry winter here. And that's my question of the day. Are you also in an area, in a zone that has been exceptionally dry this year? We've been dry, we've been windy, and the temperatures up until now have just been extremely warm for this time of year. One good thing about these temperature extremes is that they will be cold enough and of a long enough duration that hopefully it will really zap a lot of the bugs and the insects that are a problem during the growing season. What it will also probably zap is the new growth on my roses. You may recall that in a previous video we talked about to prune or not to prune, and definitely I did not want to prune to encourage growth. Nevertheless, because it's been so warm, there is some evidence of new growth coming out, and it will probably be zapped. So I'm glad there's not any more of it than there already is, and I'm going to do nothing to encourage it. This has also been watered really well. And hopefully all of the shrubs, both deciduous and evergreen in the flower beds, has been watered enough. This will also, even though it's kind of scary for different reasons, but this really intense cold will also slow down the progression of the bulbs, the spring bulbs, and that's a good thing. And especially if we get some moisture, then it will start putting out more root growth. So that's good. All of these things that have recently been planted, any trees, any shrubs, any of our investment garden elements, we really want them not to put out top growth now, but to put out root growth. And to do that, they really need moisture and in some cases some colder temperatures. Now, while I do not want to prune to encourage bloom, I am going to prune a little bit on this star magnolia, because look at how big the buds are already. And I am hoping they don't get zapped. And if we get some snow to insulate them, hopefully they will not. But just in case, as an insurance policy, so I can at least enjoy some of their blooms and their foliage, I will probably prune off a couple of branches to bring them inside to force. And these buds are large and they're succulent. Let's just hope they're not too tender. Now, we just got back from Denver and I spent a delirious weekend helping my son take care of my grandbaby Danny while Danny's mom was away on a trip. And while we were gone, I'm just now kind of taking a look back here, it was very, very windy. You can see that my umbrella blew down, my tablecloth that I had on there blew off, and also the thrifted sleeping bag, get my words out, thrifted sleeping bag also blew off. And I will cover this fabulous mass of Chef's Choice rosemary, and it will pretty much cover all of that, and I will secure it really well because I would be devastated if I lost that. And I've also been watering back here. The drip irrigation has been on, and then all of those additional pots of tulips and such, those will go into the garage after I give them a water. I think the cold temperatures are to arrive late tomorrow night or into the following morning. Something else that I'm going to do with probably some help is I have some tarps and some things in the back, some canvas that I'm going to be putting over my topiaries, because I would be so sad if I lost them. And typically they do pretty well. But nevertheless, I'm not going to take any chances, because I have, in very, very severe winters, I have lost some of them, because as you know, my boxwoods I do leave outside all through the winter. Well, okay, then I'm back inside. I bought some flowers this morning. I am going to start arranging those. And well, let's just hope that at this point, Kayla will take it away. And if she doesn't, then thanks for hanging out with me. Just do what you can to preserve what you have in the ground and prevent any water damage to your sprinkler systems. Make sure you unhook your hoses. Make sure that if you've got areas inside that freeze, that you open those cabinet doors, that you leave your faucets dripping just a little bit, that you have plenty of groceries on hand. All of those things you all already know about in the event of a really severe winter storm. I'm just hoping that our power doesn't go out, that we get lots of beautiful snow that insulates the garden, and well, I'll just be cuddled up inside looking at gardening books.